Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more My Hero Academia, you guys. Wow, they have just been absolutely crushing it this season. Like every single episode has been like off the walls. It's last time was so good. Oh my goodness. Culmination of months, seasons, years. I mean, I know for them it's months. For us, it's years. I mean, it's just so heartbreaking, but in a good way. Like, it's moving. Moving is a better way to put it. I mean, the stuff with Bakugo, but also just everything. Like, the culmination of everything. I'll briefly get into it before we move on to this next one. Before I do that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means that you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still, thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you're joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys. Last time was flippin' beautiful. It was so good. Just getting that. And as soon as they started, I'm like, it's going to be everyone going through all the reasons why he helped them, isn't it? And man, they were all just so good, ranging from everything from like, you had a giant life-changing impact on me at this huge turning point in my life, like Todoroki, to even like the little things, like, you know, you were there and like this time when I needed encouragement, and it might have seemed like, you know, a 10-minute conversation to you, but to me, that was everything, you know? And it's stuff like that. It's like being a hero isn't just about swooping in and saving people out of burning buildings and everything. It's everything that Izuku stands for. That, like, you help people however you can, you know? And I love that. I absolutely, that got me so much more than I expected. And of course, the stuff with Bakugo. Oh, Bakugo. And I realized this after the fact. He called him Izuku for like the first time. And I was just like, that has been coming for so long. And just everything, it could not have landed better, if you ask me. It could not have landed better. And just the circumstances of it all too, with him just like falling into his arms because he was so weakened, but also just because of the moment called for it. It was so beautifully done. And just really getting to tell him like once and for all, like, I didn't understand you and I didn't like that. And I bullied you and I'm sorry. And Izuku just being like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, you've been so good this whole time. And oh man, it was just a great moment. It was a great moment where everyone just got to share why they love him and how they really felt, just begging him. And of course he's like, I really don't want to put you in danger. Now, I said something last time, like, wouldn't he have already done something if you wanted to do something? And you guys were like, no, actually, he's waiting for Shigaraki's body to fully. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So scratch that. Forget what I said. But I mean, if you still wanted to go and like take a hostage at UA, maybe UA is just like too heavily fortified right now. I don't know. Like, they do have that big new security system up, or maybe that's just not what he's after right now. You know, like to draw out Izuku, I would think like going and taking one of the friends would be a pretty big way to do it, and he hasn't done that. So, maybe he just chooses to go after him directly. I have no idea. But that brings us to the issue of the protesters. Now, guys, I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not trying to be lacking in understanding or compassion, because I know that all of these civilians have been through a lot as well. And now you're in this shelter, and now they're telling you, guess what? That kid that All For One is after, they're throwing him back in here. So I know tensions are high and those people are very scared. But after everything last episode, and we finally get them there at the gates of UA, and there's people protesting. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, we just spent the last 30 minutes trying to talk no jutsu this boy into coming back. Had to drag him here unconscious. It was just one of those, it was bad timing. It was really, really bad timing. So yes, I don't know how this is gonna go. Is his mom, I feel like, was she not in the shelter? I feel like maybe she was, so that'll be good. At least we'll get to see Mama. But yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. But yeah, guys, so I guess this is not the last one. Next week is the last one. So they're doing, I couldn't remember if we usually did 24 or 25. I guess we do 25. It's kind of different for each show. And some shows do like 12. So I knew this was one of the longer ones though. So, all right, guys. Without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right in to the next episode of My Hero Academia. Let's do this. Right, yeah, big time. Right. Which is good. I mean, it did. Yeah. And just, what were your personal improvements? It can move! That is impressive. We could literally evacuate everything. Okay. I mean... Right. Makes sense. No. You, sir. Wow. Mouse Bear Principal's awesome. Right. You have to go that extra mile. Internalizing this. The thing is, if they knew about the defenses, but we probably can't share that a whole lot because we don't want everyone knowing all the details of how that works. What? Make him a no. Yay, Mama! Wait, by the way, this is our first time seeing. Last one was. Right, like it is heavily fortified. Right. It wasn't working. He's also super powerful. He doesn't look like it right now because he hasn't eaten or slept. Right. He's on the front lines out there. Yeah, we need him to recover and be okay. He's our like, well, not secret, but he's our secret weapon here. Come on. Oh, we're doing our best. We're not gonna get through this if we're playing the blame game, though. I get it. What can we do? If we had a surefire way to get all for one, we would have done it. Oh, God. He can't. He's going to, guys, get him. He's going to take off. He's about to take off. Yeah, it's getting really, really, really bad. It's about to explode. She's going right in. Oh! Right. We had to drag him here. We're never going to be able to defeat All for One if he's like this. Look at him. Right. Oh, just like she stuck up for him in the beginning. She's sticking up for him now. Please look. Now she's look, girl. Look. Right. Oh my goodness. She's really touching their hearts right now. Oh my God. See, there are people in there who have been affected too. You didn't know. Oh. Once you can do that. She just did it. She just took the extra step. Look at her, she's so happy. To see how it affected them. He does. Are you really gonna turn him away because you're scared? Yeah. Oh, this person was out here protesting and didn't even realize that's the person who saved her. You're not gonna get beat up in here. Yeah. The heroes are out there, the ones that are left. Fighting for you again. Yeah. Oh. That's gotta do something for you. And it's gonna change his heart too. Because who does look after the heroes who are taking the beatings and everything? We're all scared, guys. We're all scared. They're just people. Oh, don't show me the airy stuff. I'm gonna die. She's looking. Oh. So she's looking at all the people being happy, and then the beat up hero getting happy off of the way that the people look. Right. Please. You just thought of her? Oh, my mom's out here like, my son has the best friends. After all he's done for you, please. Right, he's a boy. He's a boy. Look at what you're doing. You're telling a boy to go and die because you're afraid. Oh my God. Oh. Yes, please let this be his safe haven. It's for him too. He can't take it. Oh. That one step. She just took it. Oh. Yes. Oh my God. How everyone became the greatest heroes. That's the part you didn't hear at the beginning. Oh. Oh my gosh. He's here for you now. None of them even really knew anything about him. What? Oh my God. UA took... So maybe she wasn't out here protesting. Oh, crybaby hero. Oh, heroes cry too. Look at this. Right. That's the thing. Like, don't... Thank you. Finally, someone out here willing to talk. Right. You're only thinking of yourself. Right. It's almost like a kind of dehumanizing kind of. Yeah. Yep. We remember those days. You almost kind of take the person out of the person. They just become an object. The ones who are left are the ones who mean business, who are really trying to protect you. Look at this person out here just also being a hero. He wants to make things better for everyone. He's the same promise he made before. We're all together. We can make this happen, you guys. I know we can. Right? We're gonna make it a nice world again, and we're gonna change the things that sucked. There is progress that just happened right here. Yep. Just have all these links going on. Right, if we could think outside of ourselves. Look at, he brought his umbrella to him. Oh my god. That's right. If we can all get our hearts to that place, if we could take the extra step. Oh my god. Good job. Hey, we haven't seen you in a hot minute. Oh, wow. He's got a, wow. Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. They have a lot more info than they did. Oh, are you now? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's, oh. Well, didn't he kind of respect All Might? Wow. Oh my goodness. That was so good. I cannot believe that was even a full episode. Like, that felt like even shorter. It just went by so quick and it was so emotional. Oh man, I'm so proud of Uraraka. I know she got into this saying like, I want to be able to make a ton of money for my parents. But I think we can see her motivations are really, truly so different. You know, yes, she was very intuitive to the smiles in the faces of people around her. And that was crazy the way that Toga's smile popped up in her head at that moment. Because I wonder if she's going to start to rethink that too. Really, at the end of the day, a lot of the not, it's maybe not some of the more harsher villain. I mean, it's not like the League is all innocent and everything, but I feel like a lot of the villains in the League, like if we sat down and talked with them for like 20 minutes, I think there will be a lot more similarities. Certainly not in the way that they've handled things, but I mean, at the end of the day, like what she was saying is we're all just people. Like heroes are people too. And the ones that are left are just worn down people trying to do the right thing. And getting a lot of flack for it. The civilians are worn down too. Like, I get it. I get it. They're scared. And fear spreads like a plague when you're in a situation like that. Like, it is the worst thing. But if there's one thing that can spread more than fear, I like to think that it's hope. And I think that what Uraraka did was that definitive extra step that the principal was talking about. That, was above and beyond just for the sake of trying to help people and reach them. Because really, if you want to think about this purely logistically, if Izuku is our best shot against All for One, to have him not being able to rest, not being able to take care of himself and everything, is not what we want. But even more so than that, when everyone got into that collective, like, fear mindset, the way that they were acting and responding to the situation, you know, here's like a young boy in rags out there trying to save your lives, and you're going to turn him away because of fear. And I feel like Uraraka's speech was enough to like shake them out of that and make them really take a serious look at what they were doing. And I'm so proud of her for that. And it's a beautiful message that heroes helping heroes is a beautiful message. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's the definition of being a hero right there, because you're not just even physically saving people, you're reaching their hearts. And when their hearts changed, I feel like they were able to give a little bit of themselves to Izuku to try and make him more uplifted as well. And seeing the familiar faces in the crowd, oh my god, so probably not everyone was there to protest, I don't know. But like, that would be pretty, that would be something if the girl that he saved was out there doing that and then realized it was him and was like, oh my god. But I don't know if she was. I think maybe there were just people out there. Because the kid was there. Kota? I think it's, I can't remember. But, man. I feel like he gave so much of himself trying to protect them, and they were trying to give back to him a little bit, and that's beautiful. And getting back to Uraraka and just her motivations, you know, we see her as a child just like loving seeing people's response, you know, seeing them happy, seeing what makes them that way. And then it being like just a hero who's like all beaten down, broken down, but sees the crowd and sees what he did and the smiles back. It's give and take, no matter who you're talking about, you know. I can't believe that there were shelters that were not taking, like, the creatures. Oh, that's something I feel like they've been emphasizing a lot more this season, is, like, the creature rejection stuff. And that's, like, a whole other problem in and of itself that needs to be addressed. But Izuku taking it upon himself to, like, really honestly try and make things better. And make them go back in terms of everyone feeling safe. But I think that after all he's seen, and I'm sure from what he has yet to see, I think he's going to do even better than that. And he's going to make sure that the corruption that was there, I mean, there's always going to be something. It's impossible to prevent. If you have more than, like, a certain number of people in a room, there's going to be negativity. It's just, it's so hard to prevent that at a systematic level. But I really believe that if anyone can address that and try and make it better, it's him, with the help of his friends. I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud. I'm so moved. And just to watch her get out there again and stick up for him and be the hero that he needs. You know, who's there to help him? We know that All Might, and there's been a select few heroes helping him, but he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. It's going to take a lot to support him, and I feel like this is the start of it, and I love it. I love it. So, wow, what an episode. That was great. I don't know where they're going with it in the finale. I don't know if they'll end the finale on, like, okay, here we are, we're ready to go, like, Shigaraki's ready, and end it on a cliffhanger, or if they'll just kind of leave it at that, like, Izuku's rested up, you know, we've got our kind of plan of action, and Finn to be continued. I don't know, since I'm not, that would defeat the purpose if I was a manga reader, but, since I have no idea where it's going, I honestly have no clue. If I could see it going either way. I could see them after a whirlwind season, where, like, literally every episode was something either emotional or action to, like, the max. I could see them maybe ending the season on more of like we're in a good place, we're ready, we're prepared, we're prepped, we got the defenses, we got this, we got healed up Izuku, we got Aizawa with his leg, we got you know. And that was interesting too about the friend that they were able to get. Oh my God. That was, I'm pretty sure we didn't know any of that before. Like that they had moved him and that they were able to get, I'm pretty sure we didn't know that. But that's a development, you know. So, oh, guys, that was a good one. That was a really, really, really good one. I just think that there's so much to be said for what the show is really about, because at its core, I feel like, yes, it's about a bunch of really cool kids and heroes and people in costumes and everything, but it's about so much more. It's about, like, the human condition. I love it. I love it. Great episode. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, because I have not been able to make it through one episode so far without some kind of emotional upheaval. So, please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.